Action News 5 at 10 starts now.
Tonight, the woman who was viciously attacked by two dogs is speaking out about the moment she thought her life was ending. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Kelly Cook. Her mom is speaking out too, calling out what she sees as an epidemic of irresponsible pet owners in Memphis. Let's bring in our Walter Murphy, who sat down with the victim and the family and has the details about what they want to change. Walter?
Well, Kelly, Memphis Animal Services did take those dogs away yesterday afternoon that attacked that woman. But while we were there this afternoon, we heard the sounds of more dogs coming from the same house. And the mother of the woman who was attacked yesterday says that's making her very uncomfortable.
I was finna die.
That's what was running through Kelly Hughes' mind Friday when her neighbor's dogs viciously...
Now, let me stop here. I have to stop here for a very strange reason.
The mother of the woman who was attacked yesterday says that's making her...
I was finna die.
Now, you heard what she said just then, right?
I was finna die.
As soon as the camera comes on and she's on camera, she's in mid-sentence. And the only thing you heard her say was, I was finna die. Okay, that's what she said.
Yesterday says that's making her very uncomfortable.
I was finna die.
That's what...
Now, you heard what she said. She said, I was finna die. Now look at the headline. Disabled woman attacked by neighbors dogs. I thought I was fixing to die. I thought I was fixing to die. Do not do that, all you goofy, brain dead media outlets. Okay? Try to tame your stereotypical mentality where you get off on the idea of projecting people as if they are very inarticulate. I mean, this is a country woman, but she did not say fixing to die. That just made me uncomfortable because it can take people's attention away from this story, from the actual story. You just throw in a goofy false claim. This ain't no laughing matter. This is a big problem with this dog culture. Y'all not taking it seriously. Big brain dead zombies.
What was running through Kelly Hughes' mind Friday when her neighbor's dogs viciously attacked her on a sidewalk in front of her house. And these bruises, cuts, and bite marks show why.
She in severe pain, all because she was walking in her neighborhood. We have to worry about the crime already. Now we have to worry about these dogs killing us.
Oh, now, listen to this. What does this sound like? Doesn't that sound like a community that's being terrorized? I point this out. I've been pointing this out for a long time. And if I don't point it out, it's because I forgot, it slipped my mind or something. It sounds like a community being terrorized. And let me tell you something. The dogs are worse than the gang members or whoever it is you claim is violent out there. And I say this to anybody. The average gang member on the street is not willing to shoot a baby, a toddler, or a child. Dogs prefer to attack them.
A problem the girl's mother says they've been complaining about for a while. According to the Memphis Police Department, the owner of the dogs was for...
Look at that nasty, junky, disgusting backyard. Looks just like the backyard of a disgusting, filthy, trashy nutter. Okay, you already know that there's a problem when you see somebody's backyard. Dude has no more grass, just no more grass at all. These dogs have completely destroyed the earth itself. And now no more life can come forth from that earth. And that is more than anything what dogs represent. They are anti-life. They kill life, destroy life, reduce the quality of life. They do nothing to enhance the quality of life, of anyone's life.
Forced to relinquish the animals to Memphis Animal Services. But Freddie Hughes says that's only step one.
Oh, what?
Complaining about for a while.
Now,
The owner of the dogs was forced to relinquish the animals to Memphis Animal Services.
the owner of the dog was forced to release the dogs that attacked this woman to animal services. Only the ones that attacked this woman. Now listen to this.
But Freddie Hughes says that's only step one.
But she says that that's only step one. What do you mean? No. Based on the law, that's the only step that needs to be taken. But you see, this lady's common sense is kicking in.
Yes, I'm happy. There's 2 dogs that I don't have to worry about. But there's many more around here.
Oh, no. You can't talk like that, so you talking like us now. Okay, that's Crusader talk. No, based on the dog culture, only the dogs that have attacked already. Those are the only ones that are removed from the public. Okay? So basically, all of the dogs that are in your community, they get one free chance to attack someone. I mean, it pretty much almost guarantees somebody is going to get attacked. No. What do you mean there's a whole bunch more dogs?
Step one.
Yes, I'm happy. There's 2 dogs that I don't have to worry about. But there's many more around here.
Whoa. What are you suggesting, ma'am? What are you suggesting is done about all these dogs in the community? This lady is saying that they should all be gotten rid of, even if they have not attacked anyone. Now she's using her common sense. See how reality kicks in? Now, I can guarantee she is not aware of the law. She's not aware of the law. She's not aware that a dog has to actually draw blood, actually has to attack someone before it can be considered dangerous. And she knows that that's foolish, very suicidal.
We tried to get the dog owner's side of the story. Oh, it's Walter Murphy with Action News 5. But no one answered the door. And while we were leaving, we heard the sound of more dogs inside of their garage. Memphis Animal Services say these dogs weren't involved in the attack. But that small fact isn't giving this mother any comfort.
That's right. Nobody cares that those other dogs were not involved in the attack. And only a fool would believe that the dogs that attacked this woman are somehow different from the other dogs, as if they have a different mentality than the other dogs. No, they all got the mentality of dogs. You're talking about bully breeds, they all have the mentality of a killer and get off on killing.
They are deadly dogs. If it weren't for Jesus, my baby would have been dead. My neighbor didn't have the decency to come down here and say, I'm sorry. Didn't have the decency to check on my daughter to make sure she alive.
Yeah. Okay. And I don't think that prayer or anything like that is going to change anything. Okay? That's the nature of a lot of pit bull owners. That's exactly why they own these dogs. They're letting you know they don't care. They don't care about their own life, well-being, safety, their families' safety, their neighbors. These people are a menace to society. There's no way around that. And they're one of the biggest threats to any community. Now, I do not have a topic really ready for this live stream, and I don't care because I don't feel the urge to. I don't have anything fresh in my mind other than what I've heard several times from dog lovers who visit my channel. I've heard this from you, several of you. You will come by and you will say that there are more important things to worry about than dogs. Okay? You know who you are, all of you dog lovers. There's been dozens of you who have said that. There are better things to worry about. There are more important things to worry about than dogs. Really? More important things to worry about than murderers? Really? More important things to worry about than creatures that assault and launch deadly attacks, disfigure people, mutilate people, that routinely scalps children. Speaking of being scalped, there was recently an update on Gilstrap, Justin Gilstrap. One of the worst dog attack victims this year. They say he lost 80% of his scalp. Can you even imagine what that looks like? Okay, that's what we do know.
Attacked by dogs is suing the owner of those dogs.
The owner is Burt Baker. Baker's also charged with reckless conduct in the attack that left 11-year-old Justin Gilstrap maimed. Justin lost his ear, 80% of his scalp, and had bite marks all over his body. He also needed close to 10 surgeries. Justin's been in the hospital now for 26 days. Our Nick Veland is live in the newsroom, and after spending the day combing through that lawsuit, what did you find?
Okay, so there are more important things to worry about than the creatures that launched this attack. That's the logic I'm getting from these dog lovers, right? More important things to worry about, right? This mentality is subhuman. I have to say that. It's a subhuman mentality. All subhuman mentalities, they don't have to be aggressive or overtly offensive. They can be very subtle. I believe both Brooklyn Curry and Jacqueline Duran are displaying subhuman behavior with the way they're responding to their attack. These two are supposed to be the leaders of this anti-dog crusade. That is what they were called to do. That was their calling that they refused to answer. More important things to worry about. How many of y'all saw this article where a dog attacked a police officer? Dog attack sends Phoenix police officer and another man to the hospital. All right. Now, are you really saying that there are more important things to worry about than deadly creatures that routinely attack police officers? You know, it's one thing when you have on record that people, everyday people, are routinely attacked by dogs. And you obviously don't care that these things routinely attack children. But they also routinely attack police officers. You see, if there was a gang of people out here who really on a daily basis launched attacks against police officers, none of you would fix your lips to say that there are more important things to worry about, especially when those same aggressors regularly launch physical attacks on babies, toddlers, and kids. If there were people doing that, you would not dare fix your lips to say there are more important things to worry about. Just shows the inhumanity of a dog lover. The same people who project themselves as the most morally upright citizens. I read a comment today that feels sort of true. This person said that dog owners become more dog-like. They lower their vibrations to the level of a dog in order to coexist with it. And I've been saying this. Dog lovers, they become more like dogs themselves. They pick up the dog's mannerism and subhuman character. Very deep. These people should be studied by teams of psychologists and psychiatrists, sociologists. But instead, everyday people like you and me, we're the ones forced to do this after we get off work. It's pathetic. I said that Brooklyn Curry and Jacqueline Durand, they were attacked because they were supposed to be the leaders of this crusade, and they would be. Had they taken a stance like mine, like me, had they at least spoke against bully breeds, keep in mind, both of them were attacked by bully breeds, they would have gained all kinds of traction by now. As you see, Brooklyn Curry, almost 500,000 followers on social media. Jacqueline Durand, 115,000. This was their calling. What are they doing with all of this attention? Promoting dogs still. Promoting the idea of being around large dogs still, even with a mutilated face, even with a face that has had by now hundreds of thousands of dollars of work done to it. Can you get any more reckless, unappreciative? Can you get any more silly? I cannot imagine. Easily, she has had hundreds of thousands of dollars of work done to her face at this point, and she leaves that hospital and sticks her face right back into the face of a dog. Excuse me, of dogs, plural. Keep in mind, she put her face into the face of someone else's dog after this attack as well. A lot of people, they see people like this, oh, how inspiring. That's not the way that I see it. This does not benefit anyone. It does not help to keep anyone safe. It does not help to make sure that this doesn't happen to others. What this does is encourages the same attack to happen to others. That's what this does. What's the message? No matter what, never ever turn your back against dogs. No matter what they do to you, no matter how dangerous they prove to be, you never turn your back. You always put yourself at risk, at their mercy. Make yourself vulnerable to another attack. Could you imagine how epic of a story it would be if her dog were to start to munch on her face right now, do you think it would dawn on her that it was a mistake? Like, what needs to happen before you change your lifestyle and stop doing dangerous things? Things so dangerous, it's a daily occurrence. Now, this is a different story. Now, wait a minute. No, this is the same story. But there's another story of a cop being attacked. Okay, I've lost it. Cops are always being attacked by dogs. Always. We know this. That's why cops are always shooting them. Nobody shoot more dogs than cops. Now, marinate on that, please. Nobody shoots more dogs than cops. Why do you think that is? Cops always armed. So the law enforcement officers allowed to wear firearms, and it's their job to navigate through communities. Those same people shoot more dogs than anybody. And those same people, those police officers, are some of the biggest dog lovers on the planet. That is strong proof that these things are not compatible with human beings. Simple as that. Dogs are not our best friend. They are not anything close. We have a worse relationship with dogs than we have with any other group of animals. The relationship between people and dogs is far more hostile, and all the hostility is from the dogs. Best friend.
This woman says her teenage daughter had to stab a dog.
Y'all remember this? I reported on this not long ago, where this lady was under attack and her daughter stabbed the dog in the eye to stop the attack. This woman was dog sitting, just like Jacqueline Durand, dog sitting. I reported not long ago of another dog sitter who was attacked. Don't you wonder what's going on in their brains? You are a dog sitter. You go to random people's homes, sitting inside of a home in an enclosed area with dogs not your own. And you don't carry a gun. You don't carry any form of protection. You just out there naked with bully breeds. That's a problem. Okay, that's a sign that you're not right in the head. And I'm not trying to suggest that you're less intelligent than anyone else. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you have a glitch in your computer that you need to handle. Now check this out. I don't remember this media outlet, but listen to this.
To stop a vicious attack. She says otherwise she might not even be alive tonight. Channel 2's Tom Jones live in Villa Rica, where the woman is now home from a month in the hospital, Tom.
And Linda, Samantha Hessler thought she would have to have her arm amputated after the dog she was caring for attacked her right here in a garage. The bully pit bull clamped on her arm and refused to let go. It didn't look good until her daughter came to her rescue.
I would not be here without her.
Samantha Hessler says her 16-year-old daughter, Kanaya, saved her life after this bully.
And now, some of you definitely probably remember this story now. You remember this hideous, disgusting beast. Okay, now, as expected, they've tried to turn this into a story of heroism in their attempt to avoid dealing with their irresponsibility. This happens all the time.
I would not be here without her.
Samantha Hessler says her 16-year-old daughter, Kanaya, saved her life after this bully pit bull attacked her in her home.
She is the real MVP. Like,
No. Nobody want to hear all that nonsense. Whose dog was it? Why were you not armed? Are you still dog sitting? Have you restricted any particular breeds? She want to hop in front of the camera and just get a bunch of attention and act goofy. Still don't know how to act like an adult. You almost lost your life and left your kids here parentless. And you want to babble and have fun? What is wrong with people? What? The childishness today is really out of control. I'm sick of seeing adults who mentally are still like teenagers. I'm sick of that.
Samantha Hessler says her 16-year-old daughter, Kanaya, saved her life after this bully pit bull attacked her in her home.
she is the real MVP. Like, I don't know. I just owe her everything.
Kanaya says it was a frightening experience.
Think your parents want to die in front of you?
She said she owed her daughter everything. No, what you owe them is a safe home. What you owe them is a guarantee that what happened to you won't happen to them. So let's get to the real conversation here. Are you still a nutter? Very important question.
Kanaya says it was a frightening experience.
Think your parents want to die in front of you?
Hessler was...
Yeah, look at what you almost put your kids through. No, look at what you actually did put them through. They had to watch you almost lose your life. And you want to get in front of camera after all this and laugh and giggle? It's pathetic. Not a brain cell working.
Was dog sitting the animal last month. She says it posed no problem for 3 days. But on this day, out of the blue,
He just jumped and grabbed my arms.
the dog...
Oh, that's coming straight from a pit bull lover. She just admitted this was an unprovoked attack. Okay.
out of the blue,
He just jumped and grabbed my arms.
the dog violently shook its head, ripping its teeth deep into her arm.
I just was like thinking like a few more times and like my arm's gonna be gone.
Hessler
Okay, now as this attack was happening, did you reflect on how stupid it was to have that thing in your home? And if not, why didn't you reflect on it? It's probably out. That's a dumb question on my part. Why would you reflect on something that basic? You know, if, you know, the basic threat, if you can't figure out that it's dangerous to have this thing in your home, of course. This is dangerous. This is scary, man. Like, people should have a bunch of different restrictions if they prove to be mentally dysfunctional. I don't want to live next door to people like this.
The dog violently shook its head, ripping its teeth deep into her arm.
I just was like thinking like a few more times and like my arm's gonna be gone.
Hessler screamed in agony. Kanaya ran to get a knife and started.
What is she laughing and smiling nonstop for? Is she just happy all the attention she getting? Okay, I don't know. Maybe she's just happy to be alive. Maybe I'm being a little too judgmental. Let me try to loosen up. All right, I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to stay that way.
And to get a knife and started stabbing the animal.
I just kept stabbing it, and I just realized, like, this is not doing nothing.
Okay, so she's in there. First of all, this girl's like 12 or something, in there stabbing it. So there's no gun in the house. No gun. This could have easily failed.
Stabbed it in the eye, and it let go just enough for her to start dragging her mother away. The animal started attacking again, biting Hessler on her leg and feet.
You could hear him clawing, so I was trying to, like, push her to, like, over here so we could get out.
Kanaya finally got her mother to safety.
Oh, boy. The image of stupidity that was seen, that had to have been seen in this moment. Boy, I sit and call y'all dumb, talk about how dumb you are, and I wish I could actually see each moment when what I've been saying to you all comes true, and you're fighting for your life. Why is it that I don't have to go through stuff like this to be as anti-dog as I am? And other people can actually have a near-death experience, and they still surrounding themselves with dogs. How can a human brain even function like that?
Extensive surgery it is for me.
Hessler spent a month in the hospital. Doctors wanted to...
Now, you see her foot has swollen.
Month in the hospital.
Okay, that's from the dog biting her leg. Now, you hear what she said. Listen to what he's saying, too.
Spent a month in the hospital.
A month in the hospital.
Doctors wanted to amputate her arm.
Doctors wanted to amputate her arm.
She said no.
My doctor
She said no.
says I'll never have use of it.
The doctor said she will never have use of it. So she about to be walking around the rest of her life with a dead arm that don't move. She can't feel nothing in it. Can't do nothing with it. You just gonna be having a dead fake. It's not your real arm, but you can't even do nothing with it for the rest of your life. And you mean tell me you're not currently an anti-pit bull advocate? You still haven't learned your lesson. Wait a minute. You still are not driven. You still not motivated to make these things illegal. You don't have any desire to make sure this doesn't happen to other people, other people's kids. That thing could have latched onto your daughter, your son. And you just feel no motivation to pass some tips or advice to other people who might be in the same situation that you were in before you were attacked, creating the same environment that you created. Okay, that's troubling to me.
Use of it.
But she still has her life, thanks to Kanaya. I asked Kanaya if she feels like a hero.
I thought we was both finna get going, but no.
Now, I want y'all to listen closely to this man right here. All right?
And Hessler is now urging people to know the history of any dog around you.
Know the history of any dog around you. How are you supposed to do that? There are people right now across the street from me, next door, cat a corner, round the block. How on earth am I supposed to find out the history of these dogs? Do you mind giving me advice that's realistic? Okay, we cannot find that out. Now what? Look at this unrealistic advice they give you. And this is what proves that this dog culture is out of control. It needs to be rectified right now. You can't even give simple, basic advice to people at this point.
And Hessler is now urging people to know the history of any dog around you.
What? You can't even know the history of a dog that you adopted from a shelter. So how you supposed to know the history of your neighbor's dog? What is you talking about? What type of statement is that? Man, can y'all just stop making statements like that? Stop saying stuff that don't make no sense. Okay, let's let him finish. I cut him off. My apologies. Let's let him finish.
If the owner is
Whoa. Let's back it up. I'm rudely interrupting. Let's back it up. I'm sorry.
And Hessler is now urging people to know the history of any dog around you. Know if the owner is unethical and
know if the owner is unethical.
Training the dog to be aggressive.
And training the dog to be aggressive. So it's your job to know if the dogs living in your neighborhood, you are to know their history, everything they've gone through in their little worthless life. You are to know the history of the owners. Somehow, magically, you're supposed to discover whether or not they've raised it to fight. This is their advice to us, people. You have to know the dogs around you.
You know if the owner is unethical.
Know if the owner is Okay, Woody, go knock on their door. Knock. Hello? Are you unethical? Are you raising your dogs to fight? What are you talking about?
Training the dog to be aggressive, something she says she learned this dog owner was doing. Go to this.
Oh, she claims to have discovered that the previous owner of this dog that attacked her trained that dog to attack. No, you're not allowed to bring that up now. Because had you been told that information, you wouldn't have gotten rid of it anyways. And I question whether or not she found this out only after she was attacked. I don't know about that. We don't know about that. And I'm saying now, it does not sound very truthful to me. Who told you that? And why did they wait until after you were attacked to tell you that the previous owner trained that dog to fight and attack? And like I said, you wouldn't have cared anyways. That's the whole point behind no-kill shelters, is to prove that any dog can be rehabilitated. So I don't want to hear that. Pathetic.
Store on our website to see how you can help this family with a GoFundMe account that's set up.
No. This is a pit bull advocate who was attacked. She don't deserve help. She deserves to have her kids taken from her before she gets them attacked. You see? These are real threats. These are real problems. I don't want to hear nothing about how there are more important things to worry about, especially when I personally have almost been attacked multiple times. And you better try to sell that to somebody else. Now, there was another video. There was this video that was uploaded by Pitbull Victim Awareness 11 days ago. I just got around to watching it. And it's like every video that gets uploaded on this channel, there's something real crazy about it. No surprise when it comes to pit bulls, but listen to this.
A frantic call Friday evening. She found out her great-grandson had been attacked by a dog.
This child was bleeding all over. I felt so bad for him and for his mom. How could this have happened?
The boy was attacked on the grounds of Rawlinson Community School near St. Clair and Oakwood. Toronto police say the boy was bit on the lip by an unaccompanied dog at around 6 p.m.
An unaccompanied dog.
Just sit down and cry, because it was so terrible.
Unaccompanied. As if it was accompanied, it wouldn't have attacked.
Attack prompting the school's principal to send out a letter to parents bringing attention to the recent reports of off-leash dog attacks in the schoolyard.
Get a load of this. They sent this to the parents. I would like to bring to your attention recent reports of off-leash dog attacks in our schoolyard outside of school hours. The attacks have been mild to very severe in nature. Okay, what are the parents supposed to do?
Outside of school hours, the letter urging families to exercise extreme caution when in the vicinity of the schoolyard.
You want the families to exercise extreme caution when in the vicinity of this schoolyard, outside of school hours. The families to exercise extreme caution. Okay. When I come to that school to pick up my child, I will be cautious. But guess what? I still left my child at that school. This is not going to keep my child safe for me personally to exercise caution. What type of advice is this? I'll be careful. I carry a gun. I'll be fine. My child is still in danger, principal. You can have your goofy letter back. Why would you send it? This sounds like a group of people who are completely lost and confused.
On the school's surrounding fence, signs made up by students asking people to keep dogs off the property.
How crazy is that? Really? You mean the same dogs that these people are bringing into schools all over the country? Trying to brainwash kids to fall in love with them, fall in love with the same creatures that they have been pressured into taking a stand against. But they still want to continue to be hypocritical and contradict themselves and miseducate in a damaging way. Understand, y'all not just miseducating the youth. You're setting them up. You're putting them in harm's way. You.
Made up by students asking people to keep dogs off the property.
No dogs. This is crazy. The students have to make signs. No dogs around here. Wow.
We want to keep the area safe for kids, and I think one of the biggest challenges, particularly in this community, is the lack of green space. So dog owners are having to use school property, and it puts the kids at risk.
Wait. What did she say? Let's back that up. She totally lost me. I thought we were dealing with dogs that make their way onto school property and attack kids. What is she talking about?
We want to keep the area safe for kids, and I think one of the biggest challenges, particularly in this community, is the lack of green space. So
lack of green space?
Dog owners are having to use school property.
What is she talking about? She's talking as if the dog was with its owner, and the owner was walking the dog on the school property for exercise and happened to attack a child. That's not what happened. So this is just a pit nutter making up her own scenario so that she could give advice and not incriminate dogs. A lack of green space. That's the best she could come up with.
Property. We want to keep the area safe for kids, and I think one of the biggest challenges, particularly in this community, is the lack of green space. So dog owners are having to use school property, and it puts the kids at risk.
Davenport is
it's not the dog's fault. It has a lack of green space. That's why it attacked. It doesn't have enough grass to walk on. Oh, the poor pooch. Dogs don't like grass anyways. Some of them don't. But let me not jump into that rabbit hole. This woman just hit us with a doozy, and they're about to run with it. She hit us with a lack of green space. And you can see this other nutter getting ready to take the torch.
And it puts the kids at risk.
Davenport is the most green space compromised part of the city.
Oh, this is about green space.
Naturally, our green spaces that are accessible do have this problem.
Now, notice how they immediately turn it into a case of dogs being deprived of something. When it's time to explain unprovoked dog attacks on children, they squirm and scurry to blame something else and to project the dog as being deprived of something and somehow a victim. And the dog just couldn't take it anymore. The dog couldn't take the suffering. There's no green space. So it attacked a child. These people are sick, man. I'm telling y'all, these people are legitimately sick.
There have been reports of increasing attacks from dogs, but this incident is by far the worst.
The boy was treated in hospital and has since been released.
He's doing a lot better. He knows that he's going to heal. It's going to take time. The swelling has gone down immensely, but he's still bruised, which is normal. And he still
Okay. Enough of that. You cannot make this up. The nuttery is real. This is another story I wanted to touch on. Boy, oh boy. Uploaded 8 days ago. Already has 1.2 thousand views.
Now we begin to...
Whoa. Which is pretty good.
In Newberry County, where a woman is dead after being attacked by her own dog.
Attacked by her own dog. Oh boy. This is what we need. We need young people to watch videos like this. And then, have a discussion with their parents. Say, I want that dog out of here. Yeah, we need civil unrest.
That attack happened late yesterday on Apple Orchard Lane in Newberry. Our Peyton Lewis has more details on the attack and what pet owners should do if they notice sudden changes in their pet's behavior.
What they should do if they notice sudden changes in their pets. What if the dog shows sudden changes and that sudden change is an attack? You see? And they kill me with this type of talk because it suggests that all dogs that attack have shown signs in the past, and that's not true.
It's a sad, very sad situation, a very unusual situation to happen. Animals attack people, but usually it's not to this nature.
Wait a minute, what? Dude, this happens all the time. What are you talking about? And don't start with that animals nonsense. Dogs. Dogs attack people every day.
Animals attack people, but usually it's not to this nature.
The Newberry community has been left shaken.
That is so sick. Notice how they just accept dog attacks as a way of life. That's just a part of life.
For the tragic loss of 45-year-old Erin Beach. Friends called her a happy, funny, and caring person who loved animals. On Thursday, when deputies were called to her home on Apple...
Oh! This is the woman who was killed. What did they say about her?
Friends called her a happy, funny, and caring person who loved animals.
Who loved dogs. She loved dogs.
On Thursday, when deputies were called to her home on Apple Orchard Lane, Beach's own dog was seen attacking her.
Okay.
Emergency services tried...
Now, let's reflect on the savage character of the dog attacking its only source of food.
To approach the dog, and it started getting aggressive again. The dog charged at officers and was shot 4 times. Sheriff Lee Foster says in his 33 years as sheriff, he's never seen anything like this attack.
We've had dog attacks before, but nothing of this nature.
Oh, gruesome, violent attack. Now, do you think, are you behaviorists, are you really going to continue to assume that this woman trained that dog to be violent? Y'all got some serious nerve to have ever started to do that. That's what you're doing. You got no evidence, you got no proof, you got no way of finding that out. But yet you fake experts, that's exactly what you do. You assume that these dogs were all trained to be violent or abused at some point in their life. And that's all a lie. You dumb mutts. Most of them, they don't remember nothing they went through early in their life anyway. Yeah, they might get, they might print something. If they're attacked by something, yeah, it could stick with, but I don't know. I can't even say that. With the memory span of dogs, listen, we're talking about a brain that's so dysfunctional. I can't speak for it.
We just don't know what prompted it.
Oh, did you hear that? Nothing prompted it. It's a dog.
We just don't know what prompted it.
After talking to...
Oh, God. Wow. What could have prompted it, dude? What in the world do you think this woman did to her own dog? She did nothing. It's just a dog being a dog.
Family and friends, Sheriff Foster found that the dog had no history of being aggressive.
The dog had no history of being aggressive. Now, you remember that video I just played a few seconds ago where the man said we should find out the history of all the dogs around us? Okay, well, how is that going to help us if dogs with no history launch attacks as well? So y'all totally lost. You don't even have a good enough understanding of the problem to give advice, to give suggestions. The dog culture is falling apart. And y'all going to have to rectify it on a mainstream level. Get ready, people.
Sheriff Foster found that the dog had no history of being aggressive, but local veterinarian Dr. Josh Von Salatni says random...
No. A dog with no history of being aggressive is not supposed to launch a unprovoked, sustained attack like that. No.
Outbursts are uncommon and should always be...
What did he say?
Nye says random outbursts are uncommon.
He said random outbursts by dogs are uncommon. No, they're not. They are extremely common. What are you talking about?
and should always be taken seriously.
If it's a dog that previously has not been aggressive that suddenly is, there are a few metabolic diseases that can cause that.
Metabolic diseases that will cause a dog that has never shown aggression to haul off and attack somebody. Let's assume that that's true. That's enough information. That's strong enough information to ban all of them. Something just develops a metabolic disease. You've already told us that it can simply feel pain or be sick, have the sniffles or a cough and attack somebody. That's what I've been saying. Listen to the things that these people confess to. What they've confessed to is enough to ban these things.
There are a few metabolic diseases that can cause that. Sometimes pain.
Pain, there you go. Pain. Thank you. That's exactly the type of creature that should not be a pet. That, of all so-called pets, that's the one that is not a family pet. One that is deadly and will attack simply because it hurts somewhere. It got a paw ache. Some kind of infection. A loud sound. Fireworks. Get out of here. You nutters have confessed to so much ridiculousness already. There's no need to fish around for additional reasons to ban these things. I can exclusively focus on the things that dog people, dog lovers, have confessed to.
Sometimes pain.
He says the best thing to do if your dog has a sudden change in behavior.
People, listen to this. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Listen to this dog nutter right here.
Cause that. Sometimes pain.
He says the best thing to do if your dog has a sudden change in behavior.
No, best thing to do if your dog tries to attack you. Sudden behavior. Sudden change in behavior. This is a news report about a pit bull that killed its owner. So let's use plain English here. We ain't talking about no change in behavior. We talking about aggression. But listen to what this guy right here says. Listen to what this dog nutter says right here. I don't trust nobody with no old Western mustache anyways. Listen to this guy.
Sometimes pain.
He says the best thing to do if your dog has a sudden change in behavior is to contact your local vet or local pet hospital.
So if your dog turns aggressive, contact your local vet. Contact animal control.
Pet hospital immediately.
Or pet hospital.
Local vet or local pet hospital immediately. But if you become afraid that your dog might hurt you or others.
If you become afraid that your dog might hurt you or your family, ain't it criminal how I have to decode all of this? We're talking about your family. Now, they're giving you advice on what you should do if your own personal dog becomes violent with you and your family.
But if you become afraid that your dog might hurt you or others,
get yourself in a safe room and call animal control.
He said, put yourself in a safe room and call animal control. No, no, no. You pull out your gun and you blow that dog away. That's what you do. If you're so dumb that you're going to bring one of these things inside of your home anyways. I hope you at least got enough sense to also have a gun inside the home. And if you have a pit bull inside the home that's going crazy, then everybody is in grave danger. Don't talk to me about locking myself in a room in my own house. You imbecile. We know the law, and we are within our rights to shoot an aggressive dog, especially if it's inside of our home posing a threat to our families. But these nutters, even in a situation like that, are telling you, don't touch the dog. Because their plan is to try their best to adopt it out to someone else. Just like the subhuman savages. Sadly, that they're acting out to be. Oh boy, I will not rest. I will not rest until I have taken this sick culture down. Randomly, I don't know how. Oh, what? Yeah, this popped up. I don't know how I ran into this. I've had this this window for a while. But the name of this channel is The Bully District. You see the title says, Teaching Children How to Behave with Dogs is a Must. It says, teaching our son boundaries with our 6 dogs, 6 pit bulls, and you're teaching your son boundaries? How is she teaching him boundaries? By sitting him on the floor, backing away, leaving him alone, and then recording with her phone. What happened here is she wanted to flaunt the danger. Because these people get off on putting their kids' lives at risk. That dog could turn around and latch on to this baby at any moment. And if it did, there's nothing she could do to stop it. And she would be very incapable of stopping the attack after it started. And these people get off on that. 6 dogs, and you can see 3 of them right here. Who do you think is her pride and joy? The dogs or the child that she is sacrificing for the dogs? There's no way around that. Okay? Dog lovers, especially you pit nutters, I got you. And there's nothing you can do or say about it. In situations like this, you're sacrificing your children's lives for the dogs. And that is sick. That is demonic. That is evil, twisted, and subhuman. You don't like it? Change your lifestyle. Nobody forced you to live like that. I personally would not care if you people were not endangering people who can't defend themselves, speak up for themselves, or control their living arrangements. Obviously, I'm not talking about the dogs. Now, this is a live stream on my original channel. This is not my major or my main streaming channel. My streaming channel, the link is in the description box to this video. Okay, some people still don't know that I conduct my live streams on a different channel. Yeah, I've had this new channel now for several weeks, and that is where I do my live streams. I'm going to post a link in the chat room right now. And that's why I wanted to go live on this channel, sort of let some of the people know that I do my live streams on a different channel. So hopefully you all can tune in. Also on that channel, you can become a member to the channel where there is additional content and sort of different content. Hope you all enjoy. Hope you all doing well, getting your week started strong. Always start your Monday strong, people. You got to knock Monday off. Don't ever drag. Don't ever drag, not on Monday. It's nice the sun is out. Hope you all have a productive day. And stay ready, because these nutters are out. Boy, they are out. I don't want to have to report on any of y'all unless you've had to delete one of these threats. Then I'm all over it. Oh, man. Obese pit bull while kids go hungry. Right, exactly. Yeah. You know, it's funny. I see comments in the comment section from dog lovers. Like I said, I think someone shared one of my videos in a dog group or whatever, and I got an influx of comments from dog lovers. But I never see them in the chat room when I'm live. Like, I go live looking forward to some of them dropping by, but they never do. It's too bad. Okay, the longer y'all take to respond, the stronger our arguments get. So y'all better, yeah. Yeah, and let's not talk about the stench, man. Oh, God. Y'all are terrible. Absolutely terrible. Let me get out of here. Big shout out to everybody able to join me for this live stream. Don't forget, I'm going to be doing my live streams on my other channel. Link is in the description box. And I hope to see you all on the next live stream as we continue with this crusade.